Welcome back, you guys, for another episode of Three Shades of Truth. I'm your host, Abby, and I'm here with my co-host,
Kaylee.
And today we are answering some questions from you guys because you guys had some questions. You did some write-ins. We really appreciate it. So we're going to do a mishmash of talking about different topics.
Yes.
So today we are going to start off strong with a write-in we had. And it is about friendships in the late 20s to 30s and the pressure holding on to ones that no longer serve you. I think we've all experienced this at some point in my life.
Yeah, I feel like that's just life.
Yes.
Yeah, it happens.
It's hard though.
Yes. Especially when you have so many memories with people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like that's what I hold on to memories. And like, oh my God, we have so much fun. And then even now, like, everything gives you memories. Facebook gives you memories. Snapchat gives you memories. And you're like, oh, we had such good times. But there is a point where if you guys just don't align, or if you don't align but then can't find a way to align with each other, I think it's okay. It doesn't have to be a bad thing.
No.
You could still like wish the best for other people, but just not
Sometimes
be in
you
their
just
group
grow
anymore.
apart.
Yeah.
And that's normal. And I think some things to keep in mind when you're looking at your friendships is how your interactions go with that person.
Yeah.
When you're with that person, do you feel like your best self?
Yeah. Like, you shouldn't feel anxious to hang out with someone. You shouldn't feel anxious if you see their name across your phone and like they
You
text
shouldn't feel drained.
No.
They shouldn't make you feel less than.
No. And just like surface level too. I don't know. I don't have time for just surface level friendships. Like,
are you just like talking to talk, or are you like genuinely concerned about me, or do you genuinely like care? Are you the only one that's really like reaching out to make plans, trying to hold it together? Like, are you the one that's doing that and they just really aren't making an effort anymore?
I felt that way too, because I feel like I'm always like wanting to be with people. Like, I'm always like texting. And then sometimes if I like feel like that wasn't happening to me, then I like did find myself like, I'm just gonna see if they ask me to hang out, and if they don't, then they don't. But
and sometimes you just you just grow apart. And I think depending on the friendship, it's up to you if it's something where you would want to like actually have a conversation with the person. I know in my previous experience with a friendship, we didn't actually ever have like a conversation like, hey, we're just kind of like not in the same, we're not aligning, like we're not on the same track right now. We aren't in the same place. Like, I never had those conversations.
No,
I didn't
think I did either.
Really feel like it was necessary.
Yeah,
I feel like
it's not.
I feel like both of us kind of knew the friendship was fading. And it's not someone I hold any resentment towards. It's just the fact that we just didn't align anymore. I was growing in a different direction than she was growing, and I didn't like the direction she was going, and I wasn't feeling fulfilled by the friendship anymore.
I guess that, and I feel like my other friendships too. It's just like if you just grow apart. And that's okay. And it's sad at first, and then you're happy and they're happy, and if you guys can both be happy for each other, and people live their lives. It goes on.
I think you can always have love for that person.
Oh, yeah.
You can love that person from afar.
Yeah, I agree.
And it doesn't have to be like a dramatic ending for the friendship.
I think it's better that it's not. Like, you don't want to have like a grudge with anyone. You don't want to have like negative energy around anyone. You just let it be. Yeah.
And if it is like a toxic relationship that you're dealing with, sometimes you do just have to ghost them.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like ghosting, but like if it's someone that's really bringing like toxic and negative energy to your life and you're feeling horrible about yourself, like if you have to ghost them to protect your own peace, like that's what you have to do.
Yeah.
I think if it's a friendship where you're just growing in opposite directions and your lives are taking different tracks, it's natural, and that's okay. Like, and it might be a friend situation too, where like you're not in the same season of life, but maybe down the road, if you guys both have kids and they go to the same school, maybe you reconnect. Or if you don't, that's okay. Like, it's just, they're not your person at that time in your life, and that's okay. And again, it is hard for those friendships where you've been friends since elementary school, middle school, high school, like you've had those long lasting friendships, but you just grow apart, and that's okay. And it's hard, and it's going to be sad initially, and you might even feel guilty.
Yeah.
Like if it is a person that is, bringing some toxicity and they're constantly blowing you up, and you're kind of setting that boundary of like, I need space from you, I need time from you, you might feel guilty, but you have to stick to your boundary because you have to, again, protect your peace. It's not selfish.
No.
It's not a selfish thing. It's just something that happens.
Yeah.
And if it is truly like a friend where it's not a toxic relationship, they're probably feeling the same thing.
Way. Yeah. They're probably like, what do I do? So then when you guys both just like agree to like just go your separate ways, then they probably feel relief too.
Yeah. I just think it's something that happens.
Yeah.
Take your time and invest on people that are where you at.
Yeah.
Where you at? Where you at, dog? Invest in people
where you are.
that are at the same place in your life.
Yeah.
Spend time with the people that are bringing joy to your life.
Yeah.
And again, this doesn't have to be a dramatic ending.
No.
I think you'll see like the friendship will probably just like quietly fade. It is what it is. There's no need to slam a door. Keep the doors open.
No.
Hopefully that helped.
Yes.
Maybe give you some advice to kind of tell if it's a friendship that is maybe not serving you anymore.
Yeah.
And maybe it is something that you're ready to let go of and move forward. And it's okay to feel sad about that at first. It will get better.
Yes, I agree.
Another write-in we had was about the holiday season.
Well, I have a lot to say.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I love holiday season. It's like one of my favorite things in the entire world. And my parents are divorced, but even when they were together, we always went to two houses. We went to my dad's side and we went to my mom's side. So I am so used to doing like two houses. That it is what it is. It was my normal. But then, so Chad comes into my life and now it's house number 3 and it's overwhelming and it's hard. And it was a couple years ago when I try to fit everybody in because I want to see everyone. I want to celebrate with everyone. I want to hang out with everyone. But one, you're on a time clock. You're like, I'm going to be here from 10 to 12. I'm going to be a 30-minute drive here. I'm going to be here 1 to 3 and blah, blah, blah. And 2 years ago, we went to every house that we usually do. And I did not have one. This is going to sound bad, but I did not have one like warm meal with anybody. I didn't sit down with anybody because we were always like a step behind driving, whatever. And that made me like really sad. I was like, for me, the holidays is sitting down with your family and like eating together
and enjoying the time together.
And I didn't get to do that. And so last year, Chad and I, we tried to like separate it out and it was better. But this year, Chad and I decided that we're going to figure out, we're going to do this person here, we're going to do this person here, and we might do just one house on a holiday or 2, and that's just the way that it's going to be because
I mean, you want it to be fun for
if
yourself.
Yeah,
if you're not enjoying it and you're not having fun during the holiday season, visiting your family, then you need to reevaluate because what's the point? Like, just if you're just going to every single house to trying to please every person, like, oh, I made an appearance, hi and bye. Like, that's not meaningful time you get to spend with your family.
And I like, in a part of me was like, it's better just to show up for a little bit than not at all. But now I'm like, no, I would rather not show up at all this day and then spend all of Christmas Eve with you. Like, just
it's
like
about being present.
Yeah. Because I'm not present. I'm watching the clock being like, okay, we need to leave here at 1 o'clock.
Yeah. It's about being present and being able to enjoy the time. And it's not about like, I think sometimes too, especially with social media, everyone is constantly posting. They got to get the right pick in the outfit. They got to get the matching jammies. They got to get the gift that everyone has.
No,
you
it's supposed to be fun. If it's not fun anymore, don't do it.
Like, I feel like people are so into like photographing and like, you have a brain to remember things. Yeah. Like, sometimes just live in the moment. Like, put your phones away and enjoy the time that you have with your family.
I agree.
I think every relationship is different. If you're single or you're in a relationship, planning around the holidays can be stressful for either.
Yeah.
Since if you do have a partner, it adds that extra element of stress because you do want to make sure that you're giving your partner's family time too. My husband and I, we actually, ever since we started dating, we always have the same routine for the holidays. Thanksgiving is like very big for his family, and his cousins come in from town that we don't get to see that often. And like Thanksgiving is not that big of a holiday for my family. And like for me personally, like I don't really like Thanksgiving is just like to me. Like I'm not obsessed with the food, like
stuffing and mashed potatoes.
Yeah, like that just doesn't do it for me. So I'm just like not obsessed with it. I'm obsessed with Christmas. I love Christmas. I love decorating. I love everything about Christmas. So like Thanksgiving, we spend Wednesday night. We have like a cousins get together where all the cousins get together. We hang out, we play games, and then Thursday we also spend Christmas Day with his family. And we don't rush to my families. Like we don't do anything with my family those days. I will, like my sister will come to like the cousins thing because she's in from out of town in Florida, and like I do want to still see her too. So she will like come to that. She's always invited if she's like not doing something, or like I always try to include my siblings and that kind of stuff. But that's how we've always done it. And then like Christmas Eve and Christmas Day we spend with my family. Christmas Eve, my family hosts a very big Christmas Eve party with both sides of our family. And then Christmas Day this past year, we actually just had our immediate family over our house, my parents, my sister, my brother, his mom, and my mom brought leftovers from the Christmas Eve party. And we just got to like sit there, open presents, and like enjoy each other's time and just relax. Because you know, one thing that sucks about being an adult and not being in school, you have to go to work the day after Christmas Day. Like I have to work on the 26th, and it just sucks because it would be nice to have that long time spent with your family. But in reality, you know, not everyone has 2 weeks off around the holidays. I know some companies do that, but ours don't. So we have to go to work the next day. So you know, if you have a partner in your life, coming up with a plan and actually sticking to the plan. Like, that's the other thing. Like last year we had a little conflict because like my family was having a Christmas party on, you know, the 20th, I think it was, or somewhere around December. And his family, we find out, are also having a Christmas party that day. And I'm like, well, we committed to my family. And I'm sorry, but I'm not running back and forth. Yeah. And like, I expect you also respect that. Yeah. Because we committed to them. Yeah. If we were told last minute, that's not on us. Yeah. Like, if they wanted us to be there, we would have been invited earlier.
Well, yeah, and it's okay to be like, we already have plans.
Yeah. And if someone says that too, don't guilt trip them. Yeah. Because I'm sure they already feel guilty about it to begin with. Like, they're already sad, but when someone makes a commitment to something else, like, don't make them them feel bad about it. No. Yeah. Another thing, like with the holidays, that I think a lot of people, for me, the holidays have never been about gifts. For me, the holidays are spending time with my family, doing our silly traditions, and making memories. My brother, sister, and I, we don't exchange. We get gifts from my parents. Yeah. And Ben and I do the same thing with my in-laws. Like, we get gifts for our parents. We don't, because in the grand scheme of things, like, my parents have always given us such great Christmases that, like, I want to give back to them and, like, get them, spend more money on them. Whereas, like, my brother and sister and I, like, we have everything we need. And, like, it's like, why get something for each other? Except I will say my sister-in-law, she is the best gift giver ever. She's very artistic. And for 1 year for Christmas, she did give us, she loves giving gifts, but hers are like so meaningful. And like she's an artist. So she took pictures from our wedding and she hand sketched pictures from our wedding.
It's insane.
And I started crying. Good. I mean, it was the most meaningful gift I have ever gotten. And I think, and she spent her hard time on that. Yeah. Like, she worked on
thought
that.
About it. She's like, it was
so thoughtful. I would rather get a thoughtful gift that doesn't cost a lot of money versus getting the newest iPhone or, you know, the newest.
We're so different.
Like, I want to spend the money on my parents while being thoughtful, but I also, like, I don't need like things in my life. I think putting thought into a gift and putting your time and your hard work into a gift says a lot more about the gift than just giving me stuff.
Yeah.
I don't need stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not a stuff
No, I don't
girl.
need stuff, but I like love Christmas, but I also love like I love giving gifts.
I
like,
love, yeah, I do
love
too.
like shopping and I always stress myself out, and I'm like about how much money I'm going to spend, who I need to get gifts for, and I always do that, and I always do it last minute, and I do it to myself. But I love like giving. I just love like giving gifts, like in meaningful or not. I just love like being like, I have this for you. Yeah. I don't know. And I like getting gifts too.
And I think it's important to set a budget. Like a lot of people, like the financial stress of Christmas, like that. If you're stressed financially,
because I'm always stressed out.
Well, you really like you go above and beyond for presents, and you don't need to. I mean, like she likes to get us gifts and everything, and we say every single freaking year, we're not doing gifts, we're not doing gifts, we're not doing gifts, and she never fucking listens. It's so irritating. But like, it's like I like spending time.
No, I know, and I do too. I do enjoy it.
And we do a Friendsgiving/Christmas celebration. So we just combine it all into one because we all get busy during the holidays. And you know what we spend so much time doing that we love is playing left, center, right.
Yes.
We all bring our
left,
dollar
right,
bills. Left, center, right.
No, it's left, right, center.
We'll have a poll on this one. But like we love doing that. We all bring our dollar bills and then we play that game for
I never win,
hours.
but it's fine.
I think I won once last year.
Or twice.
Maybe.
Or you won more. Somebody won twice.
Yeah, I think I won one of them. But it's just like, it's those sorts of things that I will bring money. I will bring so much money to play left, center, right. I could care less if I lose it all.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like
it's
spending time.
Yeah.
So if you're stressed, really sit down and take a look at your finances. Where can you cut things? Like, do they really need that item? Like, another thing that I think sometimes goes to the wayside just because you get so busy during the holiday season is like taking breaks and actually doing like your self-care.
Yeah.
Because on the weekends during the holidays, let's be honest, like sometimes you have parties Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah. But like, is it going to stress you out going to all of those, or is it going to like be fun for you? That's where like you really need to like take a look and be like, do I want to go to this party on Saturday, or am I just going to like save face? Like, like what's your motivation for this? Like, is it something you really want to do, or are you maybe people pleasing and being like, oh, I have to show up for this person, I have to go to this party? Like, so take a look at that, and just see like, what is it you actually want?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Agree.
A general rule of thumb for the holidays and not causing family drama: don't fucking talk about politics.
Yes. Because
get that shit out of my face.
Because you don't agree or disagree, don't talk about it. Just, there's nothing good that comes from it. There's always a fight that breaks out.
Always.
Yelling. Just talk about anything else. Literally, there's so many different topics out there. Anything else.
And like religion. Don't talk about religion either.
Yeah.
I feel like that's another thing people get sensitive and weird about.
My family doesn't really talk about
religion. We don't really talk about religion that much in my family either, but like I've heard fights that just go crazy.
Yeah.
You believe what you believe.
Fights break out, and then the holiday's ruined.
And then it's ruined. People start crying.
Yeah. Or just screaming or leaving.
And
it's like, no.
It's just
something that doesn't need to be talked about.
It's just, leave it at the fucking door. Yeah. No one cares. It's the craziest thing.
It is
even
so
when
crazy.
people have the same political views,
they'll still fight somehow.
They still
it's like
fight.
You're agreeing with each other. But that's actually happened with me and I'll throw her under the bus. My Nana. The one time,
fucking Nana,
she was yelling at me, but we were agreeing.
Yeah.
And I think it was like my aunt or someone that was like, she's literally agreeing with you. But she wasn't like listening. We were just, and I was like, what is happening here?
Yeah, why are we fighting about this?
Yeah.
I just.
Yeah. And she said something like, well, I know your sister at least agrees with me. I'm like, I'm
literally agreeing with you.
And it wasn't even that important. And I don't even know if it was specifically about politics or something. But it was about something. And it was just
also wild. People are like, well, we're not fighting. We're debating. No, you're not. Can I tell you something? Yeah. When you're debating about something, you're being respectful and you're listening to each other's points of views. Yeah. You're taking it in. And you have
actually information, not opinion.
Yes.
Like you have facts.
You have facts. And a lot of people, when they get into arguments, are very opinion-based things. And like a debate, like at some point, there's an ending in the debate that's just like mutual respect for each other's thoughts and ideas. And if you're just bantering back and forth, oh, this is this is this, that's not a debate.
No,
that's actually just arguing, and it's really fucking annoying.
Yeah. We're done with that.
Leave it at home.
Yeah.
I think one other thing about the holidays, because I feel like we could do a whole episode on this, which maybe we will.
Yeah.
If you guys have any like questions about how to handle situations or like set boundaries or anything around the holidays, let us know and we'll talk about it again. Again, protect your peace.
Yeah.
Okay. Think about your partner as well. Like, especially if, you are spending like, if we're, for example, like we're going to my husband's for Thanksgiving, think about your partner and be like, okay, they might be like a little upset they're not seeing their family that day. So I need to step up and make sure they're feeling included in my family.
Yeah.
So just like keep that in mind. Make sure everyone's feeling included.
Yeah.
Those are our suggestions for the holidays. If you guys have any more questions, please write in and let us know. We can do a separate poll on Instagram about it.
Yeah. We're going to pivot now.
You want to pivot to the next one? I feel like you should take this one.
This one is, should I stay in like your current or safe job or like take a risk? And so a couple years ago, I was like just feeling unhappy, and I was like, the timing was like weird, and I was like ready just for something like, I love what I did, but I needed something like different, and that was like maybe a different company or something. So I talked to Chad. We made a pros and cons list, and which I really like making pros and cons lists because it made me like sit down. So it's sort of like I had to evaluate if you like fail, what will happen, or if it goes the way that you hope it to, is it like worth it? And I think that it for me, it was. I feel like I took the risk and I was happy about it. There were some things that we had to talk about. Like there was a chance that I was going to be making less, but I was okay with that. Chad was okay with that.
Yeah.
If I was going to be happier, then for me, that was overriding everything. At the end of the day, if I was going to be happy where I was, no matter what, then it was going to be worth it. So
I think like a big thing with a job is like, what does safe mean to you and what does risk mean to you? Like you have to define those terms.
I
like,
agree.
Is it safe because you're comfortable and it's easy? Like is that what is a safe job for you?
It was for me pretty much.
Yeah. Or is it like a safe job because you have good insurance, you have financial stability? Like those are very different things.
Yeah.
And defining like what a risk means to you. Is it risky because, you financially you might not be as secure?
Yeah.
Is it risky because you're just like kind of scared and you're uncertain of the future?
Yeah.
That's kind of different. And I think the big thing too to keep in mind when you are considering maybe switching jobs, and it might be a little more risky, however you define that, you have time to build yourself a bridge. Yeah. You're not just jumping off a cliff and like diving in head first.
Yeah.
Your job doesn't know you're looking for other jobs.
Yeah.
So take time, save up money. If you might be taking a financial cut, save up money. Plan ahead. Start networking with other people in the profession you're trying to move into. You're not like stuck in a box at your job. Your job doesn't know that you're looking for another job until you have another job.
Yeah. That's what my dad said when I was going through this. He's like, the best time to look for a job is when you already have a job, because like they don't know that. And it's like, I still put in like my best efforts and everything. It's not like I just was like, I wasn't like checked out or anything. But I was just like, I was unhappy. And for me, part of the safeness was like all my friends that I had there and like my coworkers. And I just like loved them so much, and they were all so nice.
And I think that's like, I think that's a lot with it. I think that's
a lot
of people,
especially with girls. Like I was like, oh my God, I didn't meet any of the girls at this place. What if they don't like me? Or what if they're just like mean? But to me, it was worth it to go. And then it ended up being like one of the best decisions that I've made so far.
Yeah. And you're definitely like, I can see that you're like much happier. Yeah. Like I can see it, and it makes me happy for you. And like you've made other choices based on this switch to then, go to NP school. Yeah. So I think everything it works its way out.
Yeah,
like
I
you
agree
find
with
your
that.
path. It just sometimes it takes longer.
Yeah.
But it's not a reckless move if it's calculated.
Yeah.
If you take your time with it and you're not like, I'm quitting my job today.
Yeah.
Like that, obviously, you're taking risk there.
Yeah.
But if you're thoughtful about the process,
Yeah.
you're gonna succeed. I'm a big believer in you can do anything you can put your mind to.
Yeah, I agree.
And if you don't like it, you can always pivot. Again, you have another job. So you can always pivot to a different job. You have that safety net.
Yeah, I agree.
So I think taking a risk, it's harder when you're in your like 30s, which, we're in our 30s. I'm in my 30s now. When you're in the late 20s.
Not yet for me.
I know. When you're in your late 20s, early 30s, that's the time that's probably the scariest to take a risk.
Yeah.
But it's not a risk if it's calculated.
Yeah.
You can do it.
Something you just got to do it.
If it's something that's going to improve your mental health.
I sort of feel like if you are even thinking about it in the slightest, you're going to regret if you don't.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where I was.
And I think like a big thing with your job, like again, defining safety versus risk. Like, do you feel safe because are you learning anything at your job?
Yeah.
Or are you just kind of like stagnant? I feel like that's a big, do you feel safe because you're so good at it? It's so routine, like, and you're just bored and you can do it automatically. Like at my job, I am constantly learning.
Yeah,
I learn
me too.
something new almost every single day.
It's so cool.
And it's fun. It keeps you on my toes. It triggers like a different part of my brain to like problem solve and think through things and like, how can we improve this? How can we improve that? Like it challenges me. And I don't want a job where I'm just sitting doing the same thing every day. I need challenge personally.
Yeah.
So just keep that in mind too. Like if you're not feeling challenged anymore and you're just kind of bored, explore your options. You don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
So I think pivot. Pivoting is good. Pivoting is fun. The next one, I think this is one we've touched on it before. But how to stop people pleasing.
Yeah.
We had a listener write in feeling as though no matter what they try, it's very hard for them to stop people pleasing.
And I feel that because I'm still working on that.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard being a people pleaser because you like want everyone to be happy. But then now I'm starting to like take a step back and being like, oh, wait a second. I just need to like think about this for a second, and you just have to put yourself first.
I think something important to recognize too is like kindness is you're giving kindness because you want to.
Yeah.
People pleasing is giving kindness because you feel like you have to make someone else feel okay.
You're so intelligent.
So, kindness comes from your heart.
Yeah.
That's what you want to give. Whereas people pleasing might come from a place of like anxiety.
Yeah.
Feeling like I have to do this to make sure this person feels okay.
Yeah.
And it's not your responsibility to hold people together.
Yeah.
I think that with people pleasing, it starts with taking small steps. Like saying no right off the bat is difficult. If you're a chronic people pleaser, it's hard. So start with something small. Start with something easy. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
If you already have plans, and you don't have to explain. I know we've talked about this first. You don't have to explain why you're saying no. If you already have plans for something else and someone reaches out to you, just be like, no, sorry, I can't tonight.
And I'm starting to do that like too, because I feel like if somebody just like simply like text me or something like, you want to do this day or whatever, I would immediately be like, yes. And then like, not that something else more important would come up, but like then something else that I had to do or something with, and then now I feel even worse because I have to be like, actually I can't anymore. And then they're mad that now I have canceled. So now I'm like, I take like a beat, and then it's not that I don't want to do whatever. It's like just in case there's something, or what if I have to work, or like, it's just if something comes up,
well, I feel like
I just want to have like, I don't want to have to feel bad about
canceling something. I feel like that's a small step for people pleasing. I feel like when someone asks you to do something, taking time to like reply, taking time to think about it, and like you don't have to give an answer right away. You can just be like, actually, that's how you can be like, that sounds like a lot of fun, but let me think about it. I'm not sure what we have going on yet.
Yeah.
So that's like that's not a no.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
So I think that's like an example of a small step that you can take, and, you know, not immediately being at everyone's like beck and call. If there's certain people that you have
take advantage of you.
Yeah. A people pleasing attitude towards, you don't have to answer their text right away.
Yeah.
You don't have to answer their call right away. And you shouldn't apologize because you have needs or preferences.
Yeah.
We all have needs.
Yeah.
We all like things a certain way.
I know.
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's normal. With the people pleasing as well, I think it's important to take into account, if you have set boundaries with certain people, you know, who's respecting the boundaries?
Yeah.
Who's constantly blowing you up, being like, well, I need an answer. I need an answer. I need an answer. That's not really respect.
Yeah.
That's just pestering. And then it makes the person feel even more guilty. And then the poor people pleaser is like, I guess I have to now.
Yeah.
But so, you know, who is respecting those boundaries?
Yeah.
It's important. And another thing is to recognize that boundaries aren't walls. They're not set in stone. They're not made of concrete. You know, it's, these things ebb and flow.
Mm-hmm.
As you grow, your boundaries might grow. They might change. So I think, you know, taking some small steps to saying no is important. Go with your gut. Do what you want.
Yeah.
Put your mental health first. You want to take this one?
Yeah.
This is a good one.
How do I stop feeling like I'm running out of time? I struggled with this one.
Yeah.
So I feel like for me, like, stop comparing yourself to others. Mm-hmm. Just everybody's on like their own little path. And realizing that everybody has like their own like different timeline. I like, even with school, like, I had a plan, like, this was going to happen at this age. I was going to do this, this, and this. Okay. So I graduate college. I'm already out of my plan because I didn't do what I planned to do. And then it really stressed me out. And then you compare yourself to this person. This person's already having a kid. This person has like 10 promotions already. And this like blah, blah, blah. And you just you can't do that. You just have to like step back, figure out a plan for yourself, and then take it like day by day. You just have to, I don't know.
And so something with this too is like, we act like our life is, we have a set expiration date.
Yeah.
Like, this day is the day we die, and we have to achieve every single thing we want, which is just not true. The timeline is completely made up.
No.
And a lot of times our timelines come from societal pressures and things we feel like we have to achieve, or things we have to do in our life.
Yeah.
So taking the time to sit down and be like, what do I want out of this? What do I want out of my life? You know, everyone has a different version of success. And, you know, I've looked at my parents' life and the successes that they've had, and I think that's kind of influenced my timeline a little bit.
I agree with that.
And I think that's different for everyone. Mm-hmm. But then, even though that's influenced me, I still take a step back and be like, okay, what is successful to me? Mm-hmm. What is, you know, one thing that defines success for me that people wouldn't view as typical success is making sure I'm mentally healthy, making sure I'm physically taking care of myself, and making sure that my relationship is strong with my husband. Those are things that, you know, typically you wouldn't look for success. But to me, those things are success for me because they make me thrive in other areas of my life.
Yeah.
In my job, in my relationship with my friends. Like, feeling secure in these smaller areas helps me to strive and thrive in other areas of my life.
I feel like Chad has also helped me too. Like, because he like pushes the brakes, I feel like sometimes, which is like what I need sometimes. So
I'm the same way.
And sometimes we'll be like, why does this have to happen here? And I'm like, I don't know. It just I don't have a reason. Yeah. And then that makes me think like, wait a second. It doesn't have to happen like here. So I feel like he is like my sounding board, that it's like my time. It's okay that like I'm still, my timeline and your timeline will still be getting figured out like as you go. And it's fine.
Success isn't always climbing like a corporate ladder.
No.
Sometimes it's just pausing and taking a break and figuring out what do you want your life to look like.
Yeah.
And social media does not help with that, because you see so many things, people posting doing this and people posting doing that. But something to keep in mind with social media is that they're showing,
and it's not always real.
It's not always real. They're showing the good parts. They're showing the fun and exciting things. Sometimes maybe you'll see a crying video on there, but I'm sorry.
Yeah, if you're crying on the phone,
I can't always tell if that's real or not.
Yeah.
I feel like you're doing it for attention or doing it for an audience. Like,
views.
Yeah, views. Maybe you need to take a break from scrolling.
Yeah.
Maybe you need to cut down your time on scrolling. And I know a lot of people have like influencing jobs and things like that make it more difficult. But if you're truly unhappy and having so much stress about a timeline and figuring out your life, like maybe that's a good pause.
Yeah.
Again, pausing isn't bad. You don't have to be climbing a ladder to be successful. So I think it's okay that your life doesn't always look like you would expect it.
Yeah.
Like I'm going to go back to what I've talked about before. I never thought I was going to get married.
Yeah.
Here I am. I have a husband. I never thought I would want kids.
Yeah.
Here I am hoping to have a child.
Yeah.
Like so many things have changed in my life that have led me to change.
Yeah.
And that's okay. And I don't really have, I'm so weird. I feel like this is abnormal. I don't have a timeline for anything.
Yeah.
I
wish I didn't.
I've never had a timeline.
Yeah.
I've never felt like I needed
that for you.
a timeline.
Yeah, that's good.
I want to experience life, and I want to experience it fully, and I want to be present.
Yeah.
And having a timeline doesn't always allow you to do that. Yeah, of course I'm trying to progress in my job and get a promotion.
Yeah.
Of course I'm trying to do things with my friends and family, but I'm also taking the time for myself to heal and progress mentally, physically, and emotionally.
Yeah. I feel like that brings us in. So the last one was sort of like similar. Like, is it okay that my life doesn't look like what I thought it would? Like, and I think so.
Yeah.
I wrote abso-fucking-lutely. Yeah. Because I feel like that's normal.
It's so normal.
And I truly believe that everything will work out the way that it's supposed to work out. And you just have to trust that. And sometimes I just like leave my thought there and I'm like, okay, like I'll just like trust this right now.
And anxiety can be like such a driving factor in this.
Yeah.
And there's something about anxiety that I actually heard recently. So I am diagnosed with an anxiety disorder. I have anxiety. I take medication for it. Everything is managed.
Yeah.
So having feelings and feeling sad, feeling stressed, feeling frustrated, feeling happy, feeling surprised, all of your emotions, like all of those feelings are very normal and are good when you can explain them. Mm-hmm. If you're having feelings like, I don't know why I'm so stressed out, like everything is going good in my life, like I feel like I'm underwater and I can't breathe, and you don't know why, that's when you might want to seek, I'm not a medical professional, but that's when you might want to seek. You're a type of medical professional. Well, yeah, I guess not in this category. Yeah. But that's something that one of my therapists said to me is like, when you start to not understand why you're feeling things, I felt like I was drowning. I felt like I was underwater and I was sucking through like a straw trying to breathe. Like, and I didn't know why. And it was very concerning for me not understanding why and feeling like, oh my God, I have to get it together because I have this going on. I have this going on, but I don't know why I'm feeling such strong emotions and like feeling like, no, I'm not good enough. Like not being able to understand when I'm trying so hard, not being able to understand why am I having these feelings. So if you ever are feeling that way, maybe like take a second, take a step back from social media and just take it and try to reevaluate. Maybe look for a therapist, maybe seek professional help, because having anxiety and being actually diagnosed with anxiety is very stressful. And not understanding why you're feeling something is so unsettling.
Yeah.
So just, kind of take a pause. Pausing is good. I think everyone had really good questions.
Yeah, me too.
Really good write-ins. I think these are a lot of things that, us and our followers, all of you guys, we appreciate you watching and listening, struggle with. And I think these are good conversations to have. So keep writing in, guys, because these were very great, thoughtful questions. And we're here to help as best we can. You know, we don't have the answers.
Not professionally, but you know,
we don't have the answers to everything, but we have some experiences and we're happy to share those with you guys.
Yes, we are.
So thank you for listening. Again, you can listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, and YouTube. You can also follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, all at 3 Shades of Truth. Please like, follow, and subscribe. That would be very helpful. But we love you guys, and thank you for tuning in.
Love you.
Bye.